Welcome to The Explainer. We're all about taking fascinating sources and turning them into clear, engaging visual guides. And today, we have a really fun one for you.
So, are you ready to play a game? Think of it like a game of Where's Waldo, but with a really cool twist. See, we're not looking for some guy in a striped shirt. Nope. We are on the hunt for a single letter of the Arabic alphabet, and it's hiding inside a very unique verse of the Quran.
Now, every good game needs a game board, and we have picked out a single, incredibly powerful verse that holds a pretty unique secret, which makes it the perfect field for our little hunt.
Okay, so here it is. Our game board is from the 48th chapter of the Quran. It's called Al-Fat, or the victory, and we're going to be focusing on just one part of it, the final verse, number 29. So, you might be wondering why this verse specifically? Well, get this. It's believed to be the only verse in the entire Quran that's like a complete alphabetical treasure chest. It contains every single letter from Aleph to Ya. How cool is that? It's the absolute perfect place to play our game. All right, game board is set. Now it's time to meet the character we're looking for. Our Waldo today is the very first letter of the Arabic alphabet, the simple but, as you'll see, surprisingly tricky Aleph. Let's talk about Aleph. You can think of it as a bit of an introvert. It's just a distinct vertical line. And here's a key part of its personality. It's kind of shy. It will never connect or, hold hands with the letter that comes right after it in a word. Other letters can connect to it from the right side, but Aleph always likes to have its personal space on the left. So if you want to be a good detective in this game, you have got to know Aleph's main disguises. First, you might spot it as the loner, just a vertical line hanging out by itself. Then it can be an end connector attached to the letter that comes before it. Other times, it's a rider, carrying a little passenger on its head called a hamza. And finally, you've got the stretcher, which wears this special tilde-like mark right on top.
Okay, you've met our character, you know its disguises, and you've seen the game board. The hunt officially begins now!
Let's start right at the beginning of the verse. Take a really close look at this first phrase. Using what we just learned about its disguises, can you spot any alephs hiding in plain sight? Go on, take a second. And there they are. You can see one right in the word Allah. That's a classic loner aleph for you. And right next door in the word Aladina, there's another one. Just like that, we've found our first two. We're on the board. All right, let's keep the momentum going. This next chunk of the verse has a few more alephs, and this time we get to see some of those trickier disguises in action. Take a look. And we got them! A whole bunch more. Look at that first word, ashidao. It's a 2-for-1. The first one is the rider with a hamza on its head, and the second is an end connector. Then, if we look at al-kufar, there's another aleph, and then a fourth one right at the end of that same word, this time in its stretcher disguise. See? They're everywhere. Okay, now for a secret move. Think of this as the next level of the game. Sometimes Aleph does this little fusion dance with the letter right before it, Lam. And this creates a special character called a Lam Aleph, which looks like a totally new shape. It's like a 2-for-1 deal you have to watch out for, because the Aleph fits kind of baked right into the form. And as you keep hunting, you'll see Aleph pop up in even more situations. Sometimes it'll have this small symbol on top called a wasla, which helps connect words when you read out loud. And you'll also see it connected to all sorts of other letters, not just Lam. Now, the verse keeps going from here, and as you can probably imagine, alephs just keep popping up all over the place, in all their different forms, standing alone, at the end of words, and in that Lam Aleph team-up. They are truly all over. Which brings us to the big question. So, after that whirlwind hunt through the entire game board, after tracking down all those disguises and team-ups, what's the final score? So, what is the grand total? Just how many alephs are actually hiding in this one incredible verse? The final count is 48. That's right, 48 alephs packed into a single verse. Are you surprised? The real challenge isn't just knowing the number, but actually being able to find every single one for yourself. So here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. Use the clues and the disguises we've shown you. Carefully scan the verse and see if you can spot all 48 of them. And hey, don't forget to count that tricky Lam Aleph team-up. So, let us know in the comments which of Aleph's disguises was the hardest one for you to spot. Was it the rider, the stretcher, or maybe that sneaky Lam Aleph fusion? Thanks for playing along with us, and we'll see you on the next explainer.